Hey there folks, welcome back to the channel How to King here. Please subscribe today for more news and updates, and we're talking about a serious issue hitting South Africa: load shedding. Imagine this, the lights go out, the Wi-Fi dies, and your phone charger becomes useless. That's load shedding, my friends. It's like a blackout, but planned, and it's happening more and more in South Africa. See, South Africa gets most of its electricity from a company called Eskom. Eskom is like that old uncle who keeps promising to fix the leaky roof but never gets around to it. They've been struggling to keep the lights on for years. And it's getting worse. Why is it getting worse, you ask? Well, picture this. Eskom's power plants are like old cars, chugging along but constantly breaking down. They rely on coal, which is dirty and inefficient. And to top it off, more and more people are using electricity, putting a strain on the whole system. It's a recipe for disaster, and the people of South Africa are feeling the heat. Literally, because without electricity, there's no air conditioning. Let's talk about Eskom, the big guy in charge of South Africa's electricity. They've been around for ages, but their equipment is showing its age. We're talking power plants older than your grandparents, held together by duct tape and hope. These plants were built to last, but not to handle the demands of a modern, growing country. And then there's the coal problem. South Africa relies heavily on coal for electricity. It's cheap, yes, but it comes with a hefty price tag for the environment. Burning coal releases all sorts of nasty stuff into the air, contributing to climate change. Plus, those old coal plants are about as efficient as a screen door on a submarine. So Eskom is stuck between a rock and a hard place. They need to keep the lights on, but their old coal-dependent infrastructure is failing. And to make matters worse, the demand for electricity keeps growing as more people get connected to the grid. It's a tough situation, and Eskom hasn't exactly been a shining example of efficiency and transparency. Load shedding isn't just an inconvenience, it's a major disruption to everyday life in South Africa. Imagine this. You're a student trying to study for exams and bam, the lights go out. Or you're a doctor in the middle of surgery and the power cuts off. Not ideal, right? Businesses suffer too. Factories have to shut down, shops can't operate, and the economy takes a hit. It's like hitting the pause button on the entire country multiple times a day. And for people who rely on electricity for medical equipment, load shedding can be life-threatening. The worst part, the people most affected are often the poorest and most vulnerable. They can't afford generators or alternative energy sources, so they're left in the dark, literally and figuratively. Load shedding exacerbates inequality and undermines South Africa's development goals. So how do we fix this mess? Well, it won't be easy, but it's not impossible. First things first, Eskom needs to get its act together. They need to invest in new, more efficient power plants and ditch the old polluting ones. And let's be honest, they need to sort out the corruption and mismanagement that's been plaguing the company for years. Second, South Africa needs to embrace renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. The country has abundant sunshine and wind resources, so why not harness them? Investing in renewables will not only reduce reliance on coal, but also create jobs and boost the economy. Finally, the government needs to step up and provide clear leadership. They need to create a stable regulatory environment that encourages investment in the energy sector. They also need to support the development of a smart grid that can handle the demands of a modern economy. Look, load shedding is a complex issue with no easy solutions. But with the right political will, smart investments, and a commitment to a sustainable future, South Africa can overcome this challenge and build a brighter future for all its citizens.